Hi everybody, Floyd here in Never Ending ADV, and we're here in the shop. We're just going to have a look at my KTM. It's kind of an update video, and it's going to be an update about the rack. Now, when I was over in the East Kootenays and I was coming down a lot of the steep downhills, I could hear a lot of rattling back here. What's happened before is the bolts came undone from my rear fender, so I had to totally go through the rear fender bolts and tighten everything up. So when I wasn't really alarmed by it. When I got home, I had a really good look, and it is broken. So let's just have a quick look. So you can see right up in here, it's snapped right off. So, of course, we have to make a repair plan for this. I'm gonna have to strip it all down, and then I'll have a look at it. The good news is it is steel, so I can easily deal with it. But I'm gonna update, I'll put this as an update on my rack install so that everybody can see the possibilities of where it's gonna break, and if they're installing it, it might be easier to maybe go ahead and reinforce it at that point. But I think right now, I'm going to get this stripped down and see what we can do with it. Okay, so we're just going to get we'll get the tank bag off here, and I think we're probably going to have to take the seat off, and we'll get rid of this stuff here. Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, I have 11,000 kilometers on the bike, and a lot of that is it's been under loaded conditions, so in that regard it's been really good. But we still will have to get it fixed up here, because I'm hoping to go out again this coming week. Okay, here's part of it. Let's see, pretty clean break. Looks like it was broken for a while, so it's definitely cracked for a while. So it's going to be a little bit on the tricky side, but shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now I have to look at taking the other side apart, I guess, too. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna have to take this apart because just for the ease of welding, I think I'll be able to work with it a lot better if I can put it on the flat. It's not to say that I could weld it in this position, but there's not much point. You can see the exhaust. It was hitting the exhaust for quite a long time, so it was probably cracked and fallen down. Yeah, you can clearly see it's rusty in there. You can see how it's rusty in here, so it's been like that for quite a while. So what I'll do is I'll double V it and weld it up. Okay, let's get this thing off. Okay, I ran into a small problem right here. I'm actually going to cut this because I don't want to take all this apart. I have these spacers glued on. They're bolted and glued for my spare gas. So I'm not going to actually take this all apart. I'm just going to cut it right here and I can take it out. I don't think it'll matter a whole lot. Okay, here we are. So if we get this piece right here, that's what we're looking at. So I can tell this is not mild steel. It actually feels like more of a tempered grade, higher carbon steel. I can tell this is definitely a higher grade steel. It definitely is. It feels. And I can see how it's. Anyhow, what I'll do is I'll put a. I think I'll put a. Let me have a look at this. Yeah, so what I'm looking at is I think I'm going to put a little big piece underneath just to help the support. Anyway, let's get the grinder and the welder out and fix this baby up. Just want to give a quick update. So here's what I have so far. This is the broken piece, and you can see how I've single beveled it. I hope you can see that. You can see how I single beveled it. So I'm not going to double bevel it because I need to know exactly where it's located. Then what I'll do is I'll grind it from the back side and then I'll prep it from that side. So this is going to be easy because all I need to do is basically line this up like so, and then we're going to weld that up. We're gonna tack it, and we'll go to the back side, and then what I'm going to do is on the very bottom here I'm going to put something to reinforce it. Okay, so you can see that I have this on a piece of angle. That's going to help me line up everything. And then I'm just going to put this on here. And you see how that'll be perfectly lined up. And then I'll tack it together. And then we'll weld the other side and then grind this side out. Okay, and I'm using stick welder, 7018 332 rod. Go. Okay, so what I did is I got the muffler out here and I'm just mocking this up because I want to put a little bit of reinforcement in it. And I know it bolts to the muffler, so if I just hold this on I can kind of eyeball. Now here's my plan, is I'm actually going to add on to this, but I'll tip it out a little bit, as much as I can, just to clear the muffler, and I'll put probably about a 2-inch long piece in here just to reinforce it. And that way I'll get as much reinforcement out of it as I can. That's the plan. Okay, I just wanted to update you. So this is what we're looking at. I'll just turn it all around so you can see it. And then I will put this on here. This is how it's going to be installed on the bike. Right like this. So as you can see, that's going to work. So I'm going to weld it up, and then I'm going to grind off the sharp edges, and we're going to call it done. I'll have to back grind this right here. Anyway, that's the next step. Let's get it welded up. Okay, we're all welded up, and I've dressed it up, and so now that I'm looking at this, I'm just going to paint it up. And I thought about, if this does contact the muffler a little bit, I'll just put a couple washers in between here just to space it out a little bit. I'm just going to let it cool. Right now it's quite warm. So just a note about this. I mean, you notice up here it's got a wear mark from hitting the muffler. I'm not going to touch that because this part right here, if you heat it up, there's a good chance that it's going to break there. So it made sense that it broke here because it has the most leverage, and because of this little spot in here would have been sharp, creating a stress riser. Anyway, so I'm going to go with this. But I'll tell you something right now I'm going to do is I'm going to carry that piece of flat bar with some hose clamps. In case this happens in the middle of nowhere, I can just put the piece of flat bar on it with the hose clamps. Yeah, and this side too as well. So, but you see how this side's substantially wider than this side. So, okay, that's the plan. I'm going to paint it up and we're going to get it back on the bike. Okay, here we are. We're back at the bike. You can see I have it all done up, and it is a good repair. Basically, right now I've just I haven't tightened the fasteners. I just want to make sure everything lined up okay. Then I'm going to take each fastener out, and I'm going to put I'm going to take each fastener out. I'm going to put blue Loctite on it, and up in here as well. You can see this is the repair plate right here. This is where it was broken. So it's actually clearing it just about perfectly. And in hindsight, I probably could have ran it up. So I guess that'll be part 3. And you can see how it's been wearing on the muffler for a long time. Anyhow, that's it. So I'm going to get all this back together, and that'll be that. Okay, that's it. We got everything together, and yeah, it looks really good. It's nice and solid now again, and I think the only thing to do now is to load it up and go bike camping. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head off tomorrow on another small 3-day adventure. So that's the plan right now. So I'm going to be sure to put this all together and have it as an update video with the rack install. Okay, that's it for today, folks. It's all done. It's ready to go. So I'm going to be heading off into the East Kootenays and go on another small trip. Probably about a 3-day trip. Anyway, it's good and solid. So I'll be sure to update my video and on the install portion of it too as well. And I'll let viewers know that there could be a possible failure there. And don't forget though, this is 11,000 kilometers, off-road kilometers with a fully loaded bike. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm perfectly satisfied with the product right now. I think it's a good product, but it just took a lot of abuse. Anyway, I mean, I wasn't abusive where I was going really fast, but I did have a lot of weight on it. So, and these KTMs, the way they're designed, they don't have much support in the tail. So this rack is basically your only support. Anyhow, okay, that's it. So I'm going to sign off now. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching, folks. Click here to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Or click here to see some of my other videos. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share. And leave any comments or questions at the bottom of the page.